This is my Alesis DM5. It is basically my drum kit.
I used to have a set of Simmons drum pads, and I would plug those into the DM5, and I could physically play drum parts. The problem was, it was a big setup, and I couldn't put it anywhere near my computer. The closest place I could put it was back there behind where this camera is. It was about 8 feet from the computer, so it was really hard to record drum parts and work the computer at the same time. So I sold them, and they went to a great home, somebody that collected Simmons drum pads. And I used some of that money to buy this. This is a Roland Octopad 2. It has 8 little drums on it. I did have to replace the sensors inside each of the pads, but all they are little piezo speakers. Speakers and sensors, the same thing, they just work in different directions. So I was able to put the Octopad right next to the computer so I can do my work. And I found I was able to attach some of my old drum pads into the Octopad also. So I now have 11 pads. Now I'm no drummer, but I can think parts out, making up drum parts that theoretically most drummers probably could play. I'm sure I break some rules of physics here or there, but that's because I record the parts a bit at a time. For example, this is the song Whole World that I'm working on, and I want to put in a ride cymbal part right here. What I just recorded was MIDI data, which is just electronic information about the notes I played. I didn't actually record the sounds. Each of these little dots is a note I played. The vertical lines are the beats. And you can tell that my notes weren't very much on the beats, which is why we have a tool called quantization. Quantizing moves notes closer to the beat they're supposed to be on. So in this screen, I said, move the notes closer to the nearest eighth note. And don't move it all the way. Move it 80% there. You could set this to anything. If you set it 100%, it'll be right on. But now when I set it to 80%, so that's how I record my drum parts. Because I'm playing them physically, I believe I keep a human feel to the parts, even though I'm manipulating them with a computer. I know there's drummers out there who do not agree with this way of working, but it works for the way I make music.